Hello everybody. Now last week we had a look at dividing. This week I want us to have a look at times, which is the opposite of dividing. Now normally when we do a divide, our big number is always first, but in a times it is the opposite. So our big number is always going to be at the end. Okay, so if your big number isn't at the end, if something's gone wrong and we've made a mistake, it's a good thing to know so you can see easily without having to work it out again. Does that look right? Okay, we're going to have a go. 3 times 2 equals 6. Now, I'm going to show you how I worked it out. What that means is 3, we need to make 3, and we need to do it 2 times. I'm going to show you what that means. 1 group, 2 groups. So I'm going to make 3, and I'm going to do it 2 times. 1, 2, 3. 1 group of 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My answer is 6. I add all of my groups together. Now, when you do times, you can actually do them either way round. When you divide, you have to have your big number first and the 2 smaller numbers here. With times, we can switch these 2 numbers around and we should get the same answer. It's another good way of checking that you're right. So if I was looking at my answer and I wasn't sure, and I thought, I'm not sure if that's right, so I'm going to try and do it the other way round. 2 times 3, and we know my answer should be 6. So let's try it. Let's do 3 groups. Oh, sorry, we're going to do 2, and we're going to make 3 of them. So I need my 3 groups. Now remember, you can use the same things you used last week. Whatever you use to help you do your divides, you could do the same again. If you want to use objects, pencils or counters or blocks, whatever you want to use, that is absolutely fine. If you're happy to write it on paper too, that's great. If you can do it just on paper, just by working it out, that's even better because it means we don't need the objects. But if you need the objects, that's absolutely fine. You get them and make sure you use them if you need them. Okay, so I'm going to make 2. I'm going to do it 3 times. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let's see if I've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have. So again, that's another good way of checking my answer. Swap my first 2 numbers around and see if I get the same answer. If I do, then I know that I'm right. If I don't, I know that something's gone wrong and I've made a mistake. Okay, now I'm going to show you the other way that we can do our timeses. The method that I've just showed you is called grouping. This method is called making arrays. Either of them will work. In fact, you could do one and then the other to check your answer and see if you're right. It's a good way, again, of just checking that you're right. When you do these number sentences, it's a good idea to do them more than once. Maybe do them 2 times. If you get the same answer, you know that you're right. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make an array. I've got another times number sentence now. I've got 4 times 3. So I'm going to make 4 and I'm going to do it 3 times. So I'm going to make 4 3 times. Let's get my first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, oh dear, 2, 3, 4. That is my first 4. So I've got 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now can you see how I'm keeping it nice and organised so it makes it easy for me to see how I'm keeping them in rows so that I can check to make sure I've got the same in each row. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we go. There we are. I made 4. And I did it 3 times, so it's very similar to grouping, but rather than having to draw groups and put our things inside groups, remember, like we've done at school before, we could do dots. If we're doing it on paper, we could just do dots instead. And it's the same with arrays. If you need to, you can just do dots instead of using the blocks in your book. Okay, so now I've done the same thing. I've got my 1 4, 2 4, 3 4s. I made 4 and I did it 3 times. Let's count them all together and see how many we've got. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So my answer should be 12. And just like before, to check, I can swap my numbers over and do it again. And I'll know my answer should be 12. So let's have a go. I'm going to do 3 times 4. And I'm looking for the answer 12. Let's see if that's what I get. So I'm going to make 3 and I'm going to do it 4 times. 1 2 3. 1 1 2 3. 2 1 2 3 3. 1 2 3. So I made 3 and I did it 4 times. 1 2 3. I kept all of my blocks nice and organised, so it makes it easy for me to see. If I keep them nice and organised, then if I miscount by mistake and I leave one out, I can see very easily that I've missed one and I can put it in and double check it. Okay, so we think that our answer should be 12. Let's count them. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So I was right. I did it both way around and I came up with my answer 12. I'm going to write some on the board for you to have a go at now. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video, clear my board and write some for you to have a go at, and then I will put the answers in. So I'm back. I've put 10 up on the board for you to have a go at. So pause the video now and have a go at these in your books. In a moment I'm going to give you a second longer to pause the video, so in a moment I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to put the answers and quickly work them out so I can show you what I did, so you can have a go in your books if you're not sure. If you want to wait for me, you can do that too, but if you're feeling confident and you think you're going to be able to do it, have a go on your own. Now, because I didn't have lots of space on my board, I chose to do arrays. So I've done some arrays to show you how I worked them out. Now, like I said before, you can do them any way round that you feel comfortable. If you want to do 5 groups of 2, that's fine. If you want to do 2 groups of 5, you will get the same answer. So that is absolutely fine. Make sure you do it the other way around to check, though, to make sure that you're right. So the first one was 5 times 2. I did 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. I did 5 and I did it 2 times. Then I counted it together. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and it was 10. Then I did 4 times 3. I did 4 1 2 3 4 and I did it 1 2 3 times. If you're not comfortable doing arrays, feel free to still use your groupings if you want to. And when I count them all together, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Now I did a nice easy one. 1 times 4. I had to do 1 and I did it 4 times. And of course, that's going to be 4. 6 times 3. That was 18. Now 10 times 2. That can be a little bit trickier, but a good way of remembering how to do it is when we're doing 2s, we can just go 1 2 and do each group as 1, and that'll help you remember. Just make sure you only do 10 groups then. Okay, and 10 times 2 was 20. 2 times 4 was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. Oh, sorry, silly me, I did it again. 5 times 3 is 15. Now 0 times 2. I threw that one in to try and trick you. I wonder how many of you I caught out. If you've got nothing, and you times it by 2, you still got nothing. You could times 0 by 1,000,000 and you would still have 0. You could do 0 times 1,000,000 and it would still be 0. If you've got 2 lots of nothing, you've still got nothing. The next one, 7 times 2 is 14. And then 2 times 2 equals 4. I just want to quickly go back to the 0 times 2 because this is the only one, when you're timesing by 0, it's the only one where the big number won't be at the end. I just wanted to point that out to you. When you times by 0, your big number won't be at the end because you've still got 0. Okay, I hope that was okay for you, everybody. I will put some games and things on the website like I did last time for you to have a go at, and if you'd like more of a practice, feel free. Grown-ups, if they do ask for you to do some more for them, could you please keep the answers under 20? That's sort of what we like to stick to for year ones. And if you're finding it a little bit tricky, if they're a bit hard for you, I want you to have a go at this one, at this one, at this one, at this one, and at this one. So if you're finding them a little bit tricky, stop the video now, write those number sentences down and just have a go at those ones. Okay, I hope you all did a really good job and had some fun today, and I can't wait to see you all soon. And we'll be doing some more videos next week, I suppose, because it looks like we're not back for a little bit. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.